Something to enjoy. Kerry won the toss. They're playing from right to left as we look at it. Paul Clark, part of Jim Gavin's management team, there with his old teammate. They won All Irelands together back in 1995. The man from Tyrone is the man in black, the man in charge. New rules. Mark Sinbin, advance mark. We've a lot to talk about. Here we go. And the first free in this Alliance League match is going to be given here. Sean Hurson knows the time as Niall Scully went up and fell awkwardly.
A couple of obvious early changes. The first one is Sean O'Shea in the middle of the field. I don't think in his time with Kerry, I don't think he's played much football in the middle of the field. Tommy Walsh gone in the corner forward. Davy Byrne is picking up David Clifford. And interesting times ahead if Sean O'Shea is going to spend a lot of time around the middle of the field. He was very effective at centre half forward last year.
And Niall Scully is getting the medical attention in Templeogue Sing Street.
Looks like a blood sub.
A blood substitution. There was a clash of heads here.
Yeah, Sean O'Shea, it's off.
Sean O'Shea and Niall Scully.
Niall Scully, yeah.
And Sean O'Shea also getting some medical attention. As Kerry have introduced Killian Spillane momentarily as a blood substitute. And indeed also Sean Bugler. And Sean we saw above in Healy Park in Omagh last year in that final match of the championship, in the qualifiers that is, and really impressed. He scored 3 points that day and won the RT Man of the Match awards.
Yeah, we did that game, Marty. I think he's one for the future as well, Sean Bugler.
Brian Fenton sending it up far as Kieran Kilkenny. Looking around at options, touched along the ground, got a fair shoulder from Paul Ganey. As you can see, he's playing rather deep and netting it off as James O'Donoghue. So many injuries over the last number of years. Good to see him back in Croke Park. Little flick up far as the Kerry captain, David Clifford, to James O'Donoghue. Clifford is available again. Looking around, keeping control. Chance here for Stephen O'Brien from Kenmare and South Kerry, but it's well wide.
Yeah, and I think that's the first sign of a little bit of rustiness. I think both teams just maybe holding on to the ball more than to be used to, and I think Evan Comfort is taking a leaf out of Stephen Cluxton's book. He's kicked that ball 60 yards straight in the man's chest.
Well, he's a good student and he's got a great teacher. Dublin go into the attack. This is Paddy Andrews laying it back far as Kevin McMenamin showing the ball. There was an opportunity for a quick pass, didn't quite work out. This is Conor McHugh. Saw him playing the Dublin Championship for Nafina against Ballyboden St Enda's, and he was in great form. He was unfortunate to be sent off on that particular date. I think he was sent off on the wrong actually, but he's a man in form. As
yeah, and Dessie Farr will know a lot about Conor McHugh and he trusts him. You know, Paul Mannion is obviously a massive player for Dublin, but to bring somebody like Conor McHugh in, somebody that he's trusted, somebody that he knows, and he started the game well.
6 All-Irelands, 7 Leinster, 5 National Leagues, 3 All-Stars. Dean Rock. Fabulous football career, and it continues on. First score for the All-Ireland champions in the opening of the Alliance League 2020.
Yeah, he's changed his boots in the off-season, but the result of that kick was never in doubt.
Shane Ryan from Rathmore, aiming for Brino Bjork. Gets there eventually, laying it back for Shane Enright from Tarbert in North Kerry, looking very sharp and fit. Adrian Spillane laying it off. Good anticipation by James McCarthy. Brian Fenton making ground in front of the Cusick. Challenged by Adrian Spillane. Dean Rock, Kieran Kilkenny. Nice little step inside onto the trusted left boot, but this time left him down. Ball is wide.
Adrian Spillane seems to have picked up a bit of a knock. It was actually off the ball. I just seen him going down, and looks like an ankle injury. I'm not sure if he's going to be fit to continue.
Kieran Kilkenny is waiting for the kick out. The mark is given. Paul Ganey. Over fires Paul Murphy, one of the most experienced members of this Kerry side at 28 years of age. Goes for the long ball. Evan Comerford comes off his goal line confidently. Feeds Brian Howard. James McCarthy. Sean Bugler gets a touch. And the second one. This is a good footballer. You're going to hear a lot about him over the next couple of months and indeed years. The St. Oliver Plunkett's man. Brian Howard. Dublin retaining possession. Kieran Kilkenny steps inside through the D, heading towards the 20. Danger here from a Kerry perspective, and Kieran Kilkenny takes his point. He really cut through the middle, didn't he, Oisin?
He did, and probably largely as a result of the fact that Adrian Spillane has been laying down for the last couple of minutes, the whole way through that play, just left a little bit of extra space. Kieran Kilkenny went through and just did the simple thing, knocked it over the bar.
Niall Scully seems to be fine. The medical team have checked him out, and I can see Jim Roach there, one of the officials of the Dublin County Board, feeding the information to the fourth official.
Yeah, Adrian Spillane's in real trouble, Marty.
Yeah, he's limping there off camera as we continue on with Stephen O'Brien. Slipping one through the middle towards Tommy Walsh, who's gone to the edge of the square. Backfires Gavin Crowley. Here's Sean O'Shea, having picked up that headband as a result of a collision with Niall Scully. Here comes an opportunity for Kerry. That's a really good score. Good play by the Kingdom.
Yeah, good play. Getting Tommy Walsh into the game. Sean O'Shea out the shoulder, and Gavin Crowley. He had initially made a good run, come back, and was able to kick the ball over the bar. And good advanced play from him.
Won a Junior All-Ireland back in 2015. Gavin Crowley made his league debut against Tyrone in the last round and back in 2018. Now establishing himself from the start of 15. Sean O'Shea bats it down, gathers it. Looks very different with the head bandage, I have to say. He's easily identifiable. Owen Merchant is back there, so too is Philly McMahon.
Not a good ball.
Kieran Kilkenny. Coming through is Davy Byrne. From Sandyford, Nave Olafs. Chasing with Sean O'Shea. Kevin McMenamin, Conor McHugh. Thought about having a go. Paul Murphy comes in to challenge. Conor McHugh is gaining no ground. Paul Murphy was fouling. Paul is pleading his innocence, but to be honest with you, I think there's no doubt about that decision.
Yeah, Paul Murphy had done well to stop him initially, and Conor McHugh did really, really well to get back to his feet, and probably just about a free. We're not allowed to say soft free anymore. A referee told me that during the week. There's no such thing as a soft free. It's either a free or it's not, so it's a free.
Here comes Dean Rock. This is a little bit more difficult for him. Front of the Cusick. There's the angle. There's the shot. The umpires have no doubt. Bang on target.
I suppose, Marty, when you see Dean Rock kicking those frees, it's something you sort of take for granted, but he's metronomic in the way he does it. I mean, like, he very, very rarely misses, and as I say, it's something I suppose we take for granted, but it's an unbelievable skill that he has.
Referee Sean Herson is getting James McCarthy, but a blood substitution is required, and Paul Clark is there again. This looks like Sean Bugler, who had just departed the arena, is back on again. Came on initially for Niall Scully, as you know. Now he's on for James. Shane Ryan, Kerry minor goalkeeper in 2013 and 2014 when they won the All-Ireland. Kieran Kilkenny, working hard, Nice ball down the middle towards Conor McHugh. He's confident player. He's going for the score. My word, that's a great score.
As you say, Marty, confidence. I mean, a lot of players would have turned back inside, played the ball laterally. He had only one thing in his mind when he turned. Great score off his left foot.
It's Gavin Crowley. And that is undoubtedly a foul. Adrian Spillane. There's Tommy Walsh. Sprays the ball over to the far side where Paul Ganey is chasing after it. Looking for reinforcements. They don't arrive in time. Under severe pressure. And look who's doing the marking. Kevin McMenamin is back there. James O'Donoghue survives the challenge outside the 45, dropping it in around the house. Carries a little bit too much pace, even for big Tommy Walsh. And the ball is wide.
And that's twice, I suppose, that Kerry have tried that long ball in. One of them, the initial one, was for the mark, and both of them have come to nothing. It almost looks at the other end of the field as if Dublin have made the decision, a bit like last year during the league, to completely ignore the advance mark.
Davy Byrne. Back to Evan Comerford. Ballymon Kickham's man. Down the middle towards Brian Fenton. Floating one into the space. Space filled by Sean Bugler. The call comes from Brian Howard. And Shane Ryan will vacuum up the loose ball and give it to Paul Ganey. Taken down was Gavin O'Brien. Stephen O'Brien. No relation. Getting the return pass. Letting it off. Now is David Clifford. Davy Byrne with it. The battle of the Davids. And Davy Byrne did really well. Never lost his focus, never lost his concentration.
Big test for Davy Byrne tonight. He's passed the first mini test, if you like, with flying colours. Just stood up. David Clifford stood him up. Didn't take the dummy and got in well for the block.
And here he is indeed, Niamh Olaf's man. Brian Fenton. Footballer of the Year back in 2018. Kieran Kilkenny. Well won. Superbly won, in fact, by Dean Rock. Eric Lowndes. Play anywhere talent. Kieran Kilkenny. John Small gets involved in an attacking game, and here comes Kevin McMenamin. We saw him play for St. Jude's in the Dublin Championship when we covered the Dublin Championship match, and he was really playing well, and you can see it here. The form continues from November 2019 to January 2020.
Great score from Kevin McMenamin. Many times have we seen that, from him, especially against Kerry. I mean, he's been a real thorn in our hearts over the last number of years. And I think the other thing about Kevin McMenamin, he'd be keen under Desi Farrell to nail down the position. Not somebody who's a bit part of the team, but somebody who's actually somebody he can't drop, somebody he wants to keep in there.
Kick out didn't go the sufficient distance. Players now have to be outside the D and outside the 20. I think he's going to give a throw ball here. Loose ball picked up by Tarbert's Shane Enright. Shane Ryan over towards Gavin Crowley. And goes back to his keeper again. Hyde Morley. League debut was against Donegal 3 years ago, now firmly established. Shane Enright won a Sigerson with UCC back 10 years ago. Still going strong. James O'Donoghue creates a little bit of space, turns, shoots and scores. Fantastic. Class. You just can't beat it.
No, class is permanent, and I suppose he's been a player who's really struggling for a bit of form, and he's been really out of the game with injury and one thing and another form over the last couple of years, but that class is permanent. Good score from James O'Donoghue.
Footballer of the Year 6 years ago. Two Ballymun Kickham's boys. Goalkeeper Evan Comerford, Philly McMahon. And the restart. Kevin McMenamin. Going long. There's Paddy Andrews. Still Paddy Andrews. Needs a little bit of support. Conor McHugh is there. Paddy Andrews, an experienced member of the squad. Coming through the middle. Brian Howard. Hits it with confidence. And the ball is wide. Substitute Liam Carney is on for Kerry, and disappointment for Adrian Spillane. Got injured there in the early part of the game. Liam Carney is from Spa, just outside Killarney. Kerry All-Ireland minor winning captain 5 years ago. Played with East Kerry, they won the Kerry Championship recently. Good player. Good ball. David Clifford. Orchestrating affairs from full forward. Pass just carried a little bit too much pace, but unfair. Carney did rather well. Paul Gainey inside the 45, unmarked momentarily. The ball is wide.
And we give Dublin a lot of plaudits, Marty, for how good they are going forward, the free-flowing football and all, but that's probably something that's never mentioned, is just how good they are when they get back into that defensive formation, and how difficult they make it for teams, how much they were able to close the space down, how they get bodies back in to do that. So it's just a small part of it's a massive part of the game, but it's something that is rarely mentioned when you consider the Dubs, but just how hard they work is tremendous.
James McCarthy, I'm just looking down the sideline, looks like he's going to be reintroduced. He's going to be wearing number 30. Kick out goes beyond the D, so it's fine, so it's Shane Enright. Over towards Green of the Gliac. To Sean O'Shea. All-Star, footballer 2019. Good ball. Up to David Clifford, and Davy Byrne is chasing. Still David Clifford, still David. Here comes the shot, here comes the goal. Brilliant. He is the captain. He is 21 since last Wednesday. And as we mentioned before, class is always there once you have it. And he's got it.
If Davy Byrne did well in the first occasion, David Clifford was definitely going to get the better of him this time. And look at the pressure he's under, even just right at the end before he takes the kick. So he's soloed with the left. Brilliant finish. Marty, key to that is just keeping it low, keeping your concentration. Very level-headed when he gets in there. The composure for a lad of 21, captain in this Kerry team now, expected to have leadership, but also expected to take all those chances. And brilliant finish from David Clifford.
18 and a half minutes gone. Sides are level for the first time. James McCarthy. There's John Small. The third of the Ballymun Kickham's men starting in this Allianz League Round 1 match. Here comes Brian Fenton. Coming through the middle. Shane Enright chasing. Still Fenton. Makes an angle. Shoots and scores. It is January. And you just have to stop and enjoy. This is quality football.
I think within 50 seconds it's fair to say that we've seen probably the best two footballers in the country. David Clifford at one end, and again Brian Fenton at the other, under severe pressure, kicking off his weaker left foot. Brilliant score.
Gavin Crowley. Quick hands for us. James O'Donoghue. Sean O'Shea, little shimmy onto his left foot, made the space. Man beside him is David Clifford. In comes Sean O'Shea, and the referee indicating that he felt that was an infringement. He's indicating the other way. It's indicating that the Kerry lad was fouled. There seemed to be a push, I think.
Yeah, I think
this is initial.
I think it was Sean O'Shea when he delivered the ball on to David Clifford. He got a bit of a nudge in the back, and Sean Horshans pulled it back. He was trying to play the advantage, but no advantage accruing, so he takes it back for the free kick. And Kerry will be happy about, how the last 4 or 5 minutes have gone. They seem to have clamped down a little bit in the middle of the field, and they seem to be at ease now going forward. And they've got the big players into the game: Clifford, Sean O'Shea, lads like that.
Sean O'Shea in his 3rd season, league debut was against Donegal when he scored 7 points. Just to the right of the post, hits it with conviction, and sends it over the bar.
Again, if you've Dean Rock at one end of the field and Sean O'Shea on the other, you just see the free kick, and
there was a
ball
push.
spotted by the referee, Brian Howard, and Sean O'Shea's back.
Curled in this beautifully. Level for the 2nd time here in Croke Park. 6 points to 1-3. Owen Merchant. Who will ever forget that spectacular goal he scored in the replay? And just as I praised him, he delivers a poor pass. Here comes James O'Donoghue. Cutting through the middle is David Clifford. O'Donoghue wants the return pass. Here comes the opportunity. Here comes the score. It's his 2nd point of the evening here in the capital.
Yeah, Kerry are starting to roll now, starting to express themselves. Poor ball from Owen Merchant. Delivers it on to James O'Donoghue. James O'Donoghue on to David Clifford. Back to O'Donoghue, and off the right foot this time. Good score.
Philly McMahon, 32 years of age since September. Brian Fenton. Kieran Kilkenny. Al Scully is available. Timberlow, Sing Street that produced good players like Dennis Bastick and Owen O'Gara in the past. Sideline ball for Dublin. Kerry player down injured just off camera is Green O'Biogliac still. Sideline is taken. Paul Ganey was fouling. Brian Howard quickly taken. Eric Lowndes. Not too sure Eric knew what he was doing there momentarily. There's a nice bit of space created. And it's that man again. Brian Fenton. He's never lost a championship match since he first appeared.
What a stat. Just gets himself, just makes it, turns on a sixpence, buys himself 2 or 3 yards, and has the quality. First one was off the left, the second one off the right.
3rd time level. Oh, great catch, Gavin O'Brien. From Kieran O'Reilly's club, in Tralee. Tommy Walsh, his clubmate. Son of the legendary Shawnee Walsh. David Clifford, Sean O'Shea. Evan Comerford dealing with that. And it's Davy Byrne again that initiates proceedings. Brian Howard, back to Davy. Pass to Dublin 45. Over towards Kieran Kilkenny. Gavin Crowley keeping him company. Kieran Kilkenny. Quick ball in for his Paddy Anders. Little shimmy right left. Thought about going cross field but decided to retain possession. Philly McMahon to Eric Lowndes. Was a All-Ireland minor football medalist back in 2012. Fenton again. Will he do it for the 3rd time? My word. Fantastic score.
3 in a row for Brian Fenton. Again, you can just see him hovering in that little bit of space. Sean O'Shea is the man who's supposed to be picking him up for that play, and he's absolutely nowhere near him. Brian Fenton brushed him off and kicked another brilliant score. How composed is he when he gets into those positions?
Breaking ball picked up by Niall Scully. Kieran Kilkenny. Dean Rock has gone inside. Loses Conor McHugh. With just a simple hop of the ball, he makes space, but is a little bit short. I would suggest, Oisin, that Kerry have a problem in centre field. They're missing the presence of David Moran, for instance, who's out as a result of knee surgery, Jack Barry, Dermot O'Connor. It's a crucial area, and certainly that's not taken away from Brian Fenton, who's been superb.
Yeah, you can even see that, they've targeted Gavin O'Brien. Gavin O'Brien's a big lad. He's playing in the half-forward line, but they've targeted him with all the kickouts, and that suggests that, that they are a bit wary of both Howard and Fenton in the middle of the field.
Tommy Walsh feeding David Clifford. Good play. Stephen O'Brien. Difficult enough angle. The umpire gives the nod of the head, and that's over the bar. They have the attackers. They have the flair. They have the ability up front.
Yeah, if you have David Clifford put the ball in front of him, he sees Stephen O'Brien coming off his shoulder. Yes, it was an acute angle, but it was always a score that Stephen O'Brien was going to get.
We were all talk beforehand, Oisin, about the mark. I think that's the first mark we've seen.
Yeah. We were worried about the advance mark, has to be said, Marty, but it hasn't come into play yet either.
David Clifford really leading by example. He can be a target man. Tommy Walsh found him a short time ago. Now he's a creator. First James O'Donoghue. Little 1-2 with Tommy Walsh. Here comes the left boot. Here comes the football. Flowing football. Champagne football by Kerry. And I know it's only January, but you just sense they have the attackers when they're at full strength.
They have, Marty, and do you know what? That's a massive plus to have James O'Donoghue playing like that. I know it's early in the season, but just to have him back, I haven't seen him play like that in a couple of years, and he looks like a confident player. He looks fit, and probably as fit as I've seen him in a couple of years as well. So great start from him.
Little push in the back, advantage to the referee for Kevin McMenamin. Advantage over. James McCarthy was waiting for it, but Niall Scully grabbed it instead. Dean Rock, support play from Kieran Kilkenny, indicating he was going one way. Here comes Dean Rock with the return pass. Oh, and it comes off the crossbar. It was looping in over the keeper, Shane Ryan. And the Rathmore man will be happy to see that come off the crossbar. Beautiful interplay though by Dublin.
Brilliant in the play. Kieran Kilkenny, Dean Rock, such an understanding. And Dean Rock, you may say he was trying to chip the keeper. I think he was going for a point. And the keeper will say he had it covered.
I don't think he touched it. No, he didn't. Thank you, crossbar. Says Shane Ryan. And anybody who's played keeper will realise how important that crossbar is.
It could come to the rescue sometimes. Niall Scully again.
Scully's
trying to patch him up again.
Yeah.
Sean Bugler, I'd say, he's getting a lot more game time than he thought he was going to get. Especially in the early stages.
Yeah. So, Niall Scully is wearing a different number again, and this is going to be 29. Sean Bugler is going to be ready for the Olympics in Tokyo if he keeps sprinting on like that every couple of minutes. David Clifford, James O'Donoghue. And you're right, Oisin. I mean, when James O'Donoghue was in there with David Clifford and Sean O'Shea, they look very sharp, and indeed Paul Gaynor.
Yeah, they look very sharp, and that's a foul on Tommy Walsh. It wasn't given, wasn't seen by the ref. I think Philly's okay. I think he realises he got away with one.
Let's see what happened here. I think Philly did hurt his ankle going through. I think that was probably genuine, his reaction there.
I think he did have a hold of Tommy Walsh in there as well.
Evan Comerford. John Small did well under pressure. He was pushed as he was landing. And Philly McMahon is fully recovered. Kieran Kilkenny. James McCarthy. Paddy Andrews. Here comes the penalty. No doubt whatsoever. The creativity of the Kerry forwards, the creativity of the Dublin forwards is something to behold, considering this is the opening round of the league. And when they combine, they really are able to open the opponent's defence.
Yeah, there's no standing still whatsoever. James McCarthy got the ball. He had numerous options. Yeah, it's a penalty. It's a penalty. But just the numerous options that he had, and Dean Rock did really, really well.
Dean Rock was fouled. Dean Rock is the taker. He's facing Shane Ryan. Hits it. Goal for Dublin. Superb clinical finish.
Well slotted away. He made the penalty, and you talk about the movement of that. Yeah, it has to be a near hand tackle, and it wasn't a near hand tackle from Paul Murphy. It may look harsh, but it's a penalty.
5 minutes to the break. Sean O'Shea. Thinning down the middle to Tommy Walsh, and he gets the return pass. David Clifford coming out to gather it. And Sean O'Shea again as the hill comes alive. On a cold but beautiful night here in our capital city. Back outside, David Clifford. Goes to the left and hits. An absolute beauty. David Clifford. Utter sheer class.
Yeah. And the problem with that is Davy Byrne doesn't know what foot he's going on. He's obviously thinking he's coming inside on his right foot, and chooses to give him the A's and go back on the left foot. He's able to do that with such ease.
Kevin McMenamin, 33-year-old from St. Jude's. He's been in the Dublin squad since 2008. Conor McHugh, good footballer this lad. Going to make an impression, I would imagine, in 2020. Eric Lowndes going for the diagonal ball. Has to be a clean catch, doesn't happen. Picked up by Paul Murphy. Laid off. Far as Gavin O'Brien. Owen Merchant was fouled. Free is given, and there's going to be a substitution. 17 is coming on for Kerry. That's Graham O'Sullivan, and Green O'Biogliac is the player that got injured. He got injured down the sideline a while ago.
He's been limping since, and that's both him and Adrian Spillane look as if they have similar type ankle injuries, but it's a blow because they were using him actually as a man marker inside, and Paddy Andrews was doing quite well in Paddy Andrews, I thought.
But to be fair, I have to say Graham O'Sullivan is coming to my attention with a very impressive CV from Drummond Pearce's, Declan O'Sullivan's club. Played full-back with UCC recently, won a Sigerson last year, and twice an All-Ireland minor medalist in 2016 and 17. For Brino Braglia, unfortunately it's a disappointing end to a match that no doubt he was looking forward to. This was actually what happened. It was just a clash with Paddy Andrews. They were going manfully, shoulder to shoulder for the ball. Sean Bugler has done his third or fourth tour of Crook Park. James McCarthy takes the free. McCarthy once more. Floating one in. There's Conor McHugh, and the mark is given.
That looked pretty simple. Thankfully.
No complications at all.
No complications at all.
What's all the fuss about? Clear mark, and he did raise his arm. And that's a good score.
And if Conor McHugh had been asked where would he want that mark, he probably would have said right there. It was a simple score for him off his left foot.
That's the second point of the match. No mark given. We didn't hear the whistle. Paul Murphy steps away from the challenge. Graham O'Sullivan gets a touch. Crossfield ball is for James O'Donoghue. They've been level 4 times in this opening half. Good ball inside. Gavin O'Brien takes a shot, and it's Launches over the crossbar and between the posts. He puts his name on the score sheet for the very first time, the Kieran O'Reilly's man.
Yeah, he's a big, powerful man. He did well to get in the ball. A wee bit more composure, he probably got out of goal.
Sean Herson is saying that it wasn't outside the D, I think.
Yeah, no, there was one Dublin player inside the D, and he just didn't wait long enough. That's twice he's pulled up that particular rule. And he was right. Philly McMahon, I think, was the man who was just dawdling out.
5 extra minutes for Jesse Farrell, All-Ireland medalist himself. Tommy Walsh, physique, strength, balance. He's fouled as he was given the ball back. It is quickly taken by David Clifford, and he hit off the crossbar. I think the referee is going to want to play that again. There's a little bit of frustration and annoyance. Sean Herson is being assertive. He's indicating the Tyrone man is a very good referee. He's taking charge. He's indicating there was a foul on Tommy Walsh and the free stance. And you can protest all you like, but he ain't for changing.
I think Dublin are looking at the ball thrown up because the free kick was taken quickly. I'd rather have a look at the free to see was it actually a free first and foremost.
David Clifford on the 20-metre line. Taps that over the bar. Personal tally of a goal and 2 points. And the sides are level for the 5th time. Good anticipation and interception by Stephen O'Brien. Paul Gainey, James O'Donoghue. He's giving it air, but it's gone towards Drumcondra rather than towards the goalpost, I'm afraid. It's a very even and entertaining contest.
It is. It's very open. It's very open, Mario. I'll have to say there's not a huge amount of pressure on either side of the ball as far as kickouts are concerned. Black card for Eric Lowndes.
For Eric Lowndes didn't see exactly what he did there, but
possibly a body check.
So the time activation starts for the sin bin when the game recommences. That's 10 minutes, and he can only return when there's a break in play and with the permission of the referee. So this is the first time. Now you hear the whistle. The time for Eric Lowndes starts now. Evan Comerford. Davy Byrne. It's Niall Scully wearing 29 after that initial collision right from the throw in. Good play by Davy Byrne. He's his hands full defensively, but he still loves to go forward. Brian Howard. You can play him centre back, wing forward, midfield. He's that versatile. One of the talking points this first half has to be Brian Fenton's 3 points. All of them brilliant scores. Scully. Philly McMahon. Kevin McMenamin. Head down and away he goes. That's the 45. He's heading towards the 20 now. He's going to go for it. He knows himself, the body language says it all. Not a good decision by Kevin on this occasion. There was the pullback by Eric Lowndes, which the referee spotted. He continued on the advantage. Yeah. Good refereeing, Sean Herson.
Good refereeing and definite black card.
Here's Stephen O'Brien. Looking for support. James O'Donoghue arrives. Paul Gainey. Sends it across the face of the goal and wide. Just in terms of wides, that's Kerry's 6th wide of the match, and Dublin have missed on 4 occasions. And we have these 2 great rivals level 5 times in the opening half. James McCarthy. Kevin McMenamin. The support is Brian Fenton. It's on its way. 4 kicks at goal, 4 points. Fantastic play by the man from Raheny.
The biggest compliment I can give Brian Fenton is he makes the game look very, very easy, and that's another brilliant score. And Kerry surely need to get a little bit more pressure on Brian Fenton when he gets into that area.
And for all those young footballers watching, let me tell you that Brian Fenton never made the Dublin minors. And look at him today.
Yeah, he's testimony to keep sticking at it and keep going at it. It's been exceptional in the first half.
The sides have been level 5 times in the first half. It's Dublin 110, Kerry 1-9 at the break. Join us right after the commercial.
And we normally see him. And
so, referee Sean Herson done a good job in the opening 40 minutes. We add on the extra 5 minutes. Let's see what the second half brings us. Here we go. Brian Fenton. Sean O'Shea laying it back for us, Paul Murphy. Stopped in his tracks. Tommy Walsh wanted it long out towards the Hogan stand. He's still making that run. Here he is. James O'Donoghue is the only one around the house. Gavin O'Brien putting inside. Here's Paul Murphy. Then he squeezes it between the posts. And the white flag will be raised. Good score. Because it looked like quite an acute angle. He knew what he was doing. The sides are level again. This is for the 6th time.
Paul Murphy picks and chooses when he goes forward. I suppose, Dublin being down to 14 men is the perfect opportunity for him to go forward, and when he does go forward, he's usually lethal.
Niall Scully. Back to John Small. Calling for it is Brian Howard. Tim Fiana's own Merchant. Bit of a high challenge by James O'Donoghue. Referee says play on, which I think was the right call. Here comes Owen Merchant again. Brian Fenton comes looking for it.
Might see a little bit of keep ball, Marty, from Dublin until they get back to the full complement.
Owen Merchant. John Small. Niall Scully. Little shimmy by Brian Howard. James McCarthy. Nice ball into the middle. Getting the mark.
Yeah, he's going to bring it on.
Scully. Conor McHugh. Paddy Andrews. Lovely ball inside. There's a chance here for goal. He pulls the brakes and good goalkeeping. Shane Ryan did well. Dublin have this ability to be patient, waiting for the incisiveness to happen. They've got the incision, but the goalkeeper is equal to it. Here's a long ball inside. Back is Davy Byrne to John Small.
Dangerous situation. Davy Byrne did well.
James McCarthy leads it off, and it ends up with Kevin McMiniman. McMiniman is fouled. I think the referee just thought about it momentarily. Here was the moment. This was good goalkeeping by Shane Ryan. He did well. As Kieran Kilkenny pulled the brakes here. Keeper did well.
I think it bounced into his hands. I was going to say maybe lifted the ball off the ground, but they did well to close him down. They got a lot of bodies back. Referee had played an advantage right up until Kilkenny got the ball in his hands, and definite goal opportunity.
Kevin McMiniman, championship debutant 10 years ago. He's now got 7 All-Ireland medals and 4 National Leagues. There's descent. It was an extra 13 metres, but no advantage accruing to Dublin.
Brian Fenton is human.
Comes down for his Gavin Crowley. Tommy Walsh. Bernie Sullivan. Paul Murphy. Little jink to the right, created a move. And he gets his second point in the second half. Great engine, good footballer. We see the little dummy there. Everybody went the wrong direction, which created the space.
Yeah, and Kerry have signalled him out to be the extra man, and he's taken real advantage of it. He's able to help out defensively, but also get forward, and he's got the first 2 scores of the second half. And that's a direct result of Dublin being down to 14 men, and I think from a sin bin point of view, it's a much better punishment than a black card, than the original black card.
Dublin happy to retain the possession because of being numerically disadvantaged at the moment. Evan Comerford over for his John Small. James McCarthy. Davy Byrne. Kevin McMiniman. Come all the way out together. And recycle it into the centre. Niall Scully. Brian Howard. James O'Donoghue tracking back. John Small again. Scully. Davy Byrne is in front of the Hogan stand at the bottom of your screen. Unmarked. Stephen O'Brien is going to be spoken to here.
I think the referee's telling him it's an accumulation. It's not just that one tackle, it's an accumulation of 3 or 4. So
name is taken, and it's a yellow card. I think you're right as well, Ocean. I think that's exactly what the referee was doing. Say, look, I've spotted you several times fouling, and you've had enough. Brian Howard taking the fray. Up towards Kieran Kilkenny. Little push in the back. And Shane Enright. And Kieran will take it himself. Loose ball picked up by Paddy Andrews. Graham O'Sullivan with him. He's gone to the end line. And the umpire was there all the way. And says it's a 45.
I think Eric Lowndes is very close to coming back in. I think he's about 20 seconds away.
Eric Lowndes is warming up along the sidelines. We watch this 45.
It's no 45.
Let's just watch this again.
It's a kick out. Yeah, it's a kick out.
Paul Mannion is going to be introduced, but first, black-carded Eric Lowndes returns to the field of action. Paul Mannion is going to come on for Paddy Andrews.
Number 14, Paddy Andrews, replaced by number 11, Paul Mannion.
He's done his part on this Saturday evening. 31 since last July. With 6 All-Ireland medals already collected. Dean Rock laying it back. There's Davy Byrne, John Small, and Brian Fenton. 4 points in the first half. Paul Mannion raises the right arm, gets the mark. He's only just on. A little bit ambitious at the start of his introduction, but we know that himself, and Kerry regained the possession rather easily. Liam Carney gets a touch, lays it over for his David Clifford. Sean O'Shea. Tackled by James McCarthy. Shane Enright lends assistance to the attack. James O'Donoghue, full of energy, full of running. Gavin Crowley, back to James O'Donoghue, good block down. Conor McHugh, into the centre, opportunity for Kerry, opportunity for Liam Kearney, and the spa man from outside Killarney scores a fine point.
Good score from Liam Kearney. Good block initially on James O'Donoghue.
Dublin supporters not quite liking the challenge, and Kerry come forward with Paul Ganey, David Clifford. Easy ball, or it should be at least for Evan Comerford. Owen Merchant, Brian Fenton, Paul Mannion taking charge. And look at Owen Merchant's running again. He started the move. Opportunity here for Dublin again, but this time the referee has blown his whistle. He's given a free to Dublin. The challenge on Conor McHugh. Graham O'Sullivan was coming in to challenge here. There's a push there.
You don't normally see those given, I suppose. Ladder and law, probably a free, but you don't normally see them given.
I think that's what you call soft free.
You're not allowed to say that, Mario. I told you that already. No such thing.
Dublin yet to score in this second half.
Philly McMahon's in trouble now too.
Sean Hurson has come all the way back. Even Philly can afford a little smile, explaining exactly what happened. Sean Hurson asserting his authority here. He wants to explain what he's doing to Philly, and he's showing him a yellow card. Two of them, in my opinion. Dean Rock. And if Philly deserved a yellow card, surely perhaps David Clifford did as well.
Yeah, no, I think you're right. And I think it wasn't worth delaying the game for a minute or two, but just to go back down and do that, that's certainly something I could have waited till later on in the game. Let the game flow.
Punched away. Liam Kearney is scoring in confidence after scoring that point. And Kerry with Stephen O'Brien. Tommy Walsh. Floating one in. Good hands. Evan Comerford never took his eye off the ball. Niall Scully. Back again for his Davy Byrne. Brian Howard. Support play from Eric Lowndes. Conor McHugh. James McCarthy. Back to McHugh. Outside the D, making an angle. Didn't quite connect. Ball is wide, but the referee is indicating he has his book out. And he's having a word, as you can see, with Sean O'Shea.
Not the right decision from Conor McHugh on that occasion. I mean, he's going away from goal. He's on his weaker right foot, and he probably would have been better laying it off to Dean Rock on that occasion.
Yellow card for Sean O'Shea. Killian Spillane is warming up along the sideline. And Sean O'Shea takes the challenge to Dublin. Graham O'Sullivan. Stephen O'Brien. Eric Lowndes staying goal side. Not falling for the Kenmare man's trickery. Back outside again to Sean O'Shea. James O'Donoghue. Blarney leading that. In where blows the whistle as Shane Enright was coming through.
Sean Orson had his hand there. He should have let play develop.
Kevin McMenamin now being spoken to by the referee. James O'Donoghue is pleading, why did you blow the whistle, ref?
Shane Enright will pick the ball up. He's inside the D and he's going forward, and his chance to draw the extra man, and Kerry could have been in for a goal.
Yellow card for Kevin McMenamin.
Yellow cards are starting to mount up now too.
Kerry substitution. Number 13, James O'Donoghue, is being replaced by number 18, Kerry.
Gillian Spillane is on for James O'Donoghue.
Good 50 minutes from James O'Donoghue. Looked really back to his best tonight. Kicked 3 great scores in the first half.
So Sean O'Shea going to try this and put the Kingdom 2 points in front. With 20 minutes to go. He did rather well.
Free taking of Sean O'Shea, and Dean Rock has been exemplary tonight.
Kick out from the 20-metre line, of course. Just confirmation of the substitution. Killian Spillane on for James O'Donoghue. And the Kingdom have the possession once more. Challenge coming. Seems such a waste of time to do that, because the Kerry man was already under pressure. And James McCarthy going to be spoken to by the referee Sean Herson. I would see that as an unnecessary foul.
Yeah, unnecessary. Probably looked maybe worse than it actually was. James McCarthy's going to pick up a yellow card as he does, and I think Paul Gini will be okay to continue. I think Kerry are on the front foot now, and they'll be looking to tag on another couple of scores and put this game to bed in the next 5 minutes.
I think Paul knew that the challenge was coming.
Yeah.
Once he won the possession. Not that he wasn't fouled, but he was fouled, but I think he could see it coming.
Sean Bugler on for keeps this time. Kevin McMenamin coming off.
Kevin McMenamin with a point in the first half. Sean Bugler has been introduced so many times. Nice interception. Chased by Niall Scully. And there's a free here. Dublin want to take it quickly, but the Kerry player has not back the sufficient distance. That's Shane Enright. The free looks like it's going to be taken from where it was happened, but I would have given an extra 13 metres.
Absolutely, and it's just been very stop-start the second half, and I think the referee just needs to let it maybe just go a little bit more. I know we said we were going to be kind to the refs for the start of the year, Marty, but just to let it go that little bit more, let play develop. And the first half was brilliant because of it, you know what I mean, but the second half has been very stop-start.
Well, we did last until the 53rd minute of the second half.
Yeah, we did well.
Of the first game. But it is a little bit stop-start, a little bit pernickety at the moment.
And there's a little bit of needle in it. There's a little bit of needle in this game now as well, Marty. We're getting down to the brass tacks of the game, and I think both teams have decided they really, really want to win it now.
Gene Rock going to take this. Man who made his championship debut against Westmeath back in 2013. He'll be 30 years of age next month. Here he comes. It's curling. Has it the legs? No. Easily gathered by Shane Ryan. Kerry go forward. Not for very long. Sean Bugler. Paul Mannion. Into the centre. Beautiful flick and off the post. little bit of imagination, a little bit of creativity, not rewarded with a score.
No, quick kick out, and Sean Bugler had the presence of mind to get his hand in, and Paul Manley did really, really well, and Dean Rock probably did the right thing. Somehow Dublin have got a free kick out of it. I think he was playing advantage for Paul Manley coming in along the lane and was fouled.
Aaron Byrne is being introduced for Dublin to the Conor McHugh. As the free is taken, put over the bar. No problem for Dean Rock. High hopes in Dublin for the substitute that just came on. That's Aaron Byrne from Fianna. He was voted on the 21 player of the year 3 years ago. Good catch by Graham O'Sullivan. Paul Murphy. Stephen O'Brien. Sean Bugler. Close at hand. Return pass, but O'Brien was fouled. And Eric Lowndes could be in trouble here because he's already been shown a black card. He's already been in the sin bin.
Red card.
And I think there's no other option here. Here's the challenge. Yellow card.
Equals red.
Preceded by a black means only one thing, red. Dublin are down to 14 players. Disappointment for Eric Lowndes. But really, I don't think he's so much to complain about.
When he's on the flag, he just can't dangle his hand out there. And, it's just a hay challenge. It's not malicious or anything in it, but you know, as I say, when he's on the black card, it gives the referee an opportunity to give him that yellow, and Dublin down to 14 men now.
14 minutes to go. This is the incident as Eric Lowndes came in. Just got him on the nose. And once he had a black card previous, as Oshing says, you really have to be very careful. On the scoreboard, Kerry have a slight advantage by 1. On the field of play, they have numerical advantage now. And that numerical advantage has been increased in the scoreboard to 2.
Yeah, that's a brilliant kick from Sean O'Shea. The last one out of his hands, this one off the ground. Brilliant strike.
Really good score.
Yeah.
Kerry introduced another substitute. Micheál Burns from Dr. Crokes is on. And going off is Tommy Walsh.
Kerry have been able to introduce a little bit of pace into that full forward line. We've introduced Killian Spillane, you know, the effect he had in this game in the championship, and also Micheál Burns.
Davy Byrne laying it off as Brian Howard. Kieran Kilkenny. Davy Byrne once more. Nice pick up by Aaron Byrne. Good player making space. Dublin keep the pressure on. The ball is wide off the boot of Paul Mannion. Doesn't happen that often, but you'll be disappointed with that.
Aaron Byrne had done well. Dean Rock played the Paul Mannion, expecting to kick that over the bar. It's a very, very simple opportunity, but poor wide from Paul Mannion.
Shane Enright laying it off to Micheál Burns. David Clifford operating again at the edge of the square. Paul Gainey. Davy Byrne with him still. Gainey did well to control it. Flicks it back. Fires David Clifford onto the left boot, and that ball is wide.
Referee was playing advantage again, so Simple opportunity for Sean O'Shea. Again, it was Paul Geaney who was fouled. I think it was really, really late.
Philly McMahon.
Looks guilty, doesn't he?
Well, watch this as Geaney come in. There was the challenge. I think he would argue safely he was going for the ball, Oshin.
No, if he was going for the ball, he called him in the face.
He did, yeah.
He's probably lucky to get away without a yellow card as well.
And he's already on a yellow.
Yep.
Which I think we would agree was a little bit harsh.
True.
Sean O'Shea. Scoring his 4th point of the evening. And Kerry establish a 3-point advantage for the very first time with 10 minutes to go.
And this is not the first time that Kerry have been in this position against this Dublin team, so it's just a matter for this team now to see can they see it out tonight.
Pushing the back on Dean Rock. Brian Howard to Kieran Kilkenny. John Small has gone forward still. Kilkenny. John Small expected to go inside, but he was taken down as he was going for it.
That'll be a black card too.
Graham O'Sullivan could be in trouble here with the referee for that challenge, as Oshin described. Drummond Pearce's man, just keep an eye here. Was that deliberate, or were they just both looking at the ball?
He didn't look as if he was looking at the player, but regardless, he's going to face the punishment.
Yep. Black card it is. Sin bin for Graham O'Sullivan from Drummond Pearce's in beautiful South Kerry. Just when a 3-point advantage had been established, this happens. Dean Rock with a goal and 4 points to his credit makes it now 1-5. And it's back to being a 2-point game with plenty of time. Still 9 minutes plus, no doubt.
Yeah, it's a big body blow for Kerry just when they're in the absolute driving seat to lose the player. Just to have that extra man at the back, Marty, just to have Paul Murphy sweeping in front of that their own full back line, just give them that little extra bit of protection. That's gone now.
Shane Ryan over Farris's full-back Tyke Morley. Shane in right back again to the keeper. Dublin putting a little bit of pressure on. Liam Carney having the pace to get a little bit past Kieran Kilkenny. Sean O'Shea. Stephen O'Brien. Micheál Burns. Jason Foley. Dally Donoghue man, another North Kerry man. Shane Enright. Gavin Crowley. Still, Crowley did well actually to get the ball away at all. Didn't he, Oshin?
Did really well to get the ball away and could have been caught up in that situation.
Jason Foley again. Over for Stephen O'Brien. Tyke Morley gets involved. Micheál Burns is going from one wing to the other. There's a man that's really determined. Yeah, absolutely. And you could see he's up for it. Dr. Croke's man is determined to prove a point, and he has a part to play in 2020 in the green and gold.
Micheál Burns to get onto that ball. He's had to make about 3-4 movements in order to actually get his hands on the ball, and he just kept running, very unselfish, and just run at the heart, very, very directed. A little bit the way Conor O'Callaghan runs at you when he has the ball for Dublin. Just very, very direct, and you've no choice when you kick him down.
Rory O'Carroll is coming on for Dublin instead of Philly McMahon. That changes taking place. I think there might be an acknowledgement with Philly already on a yellow that they're off to give Rory an opportunity. Sean O'Shea. There's Rory. Here's Sean. And there's the white flag being shown to show that that is over the bar.
Another player who's picking up where he left off last year. Exceptional from free kicks, from dead balls and from open play.
Rory O'Carroll from Kilmacud Crooks gets his first touch. Davy Byrne. First half was so full of energy and vibrant. We were expecting a good second half, but it's been very much stuttering its way towards the 70th minute with lots of stops and starts, lots of yellow cards being shown. Not as free-flowing, but the first half was really enjoyable. Niall Scully is fouled, and Killian Spillane. Dean Rock will come across to take this. Difficult enough angle, he decides to go for the quick one instead. Paul Mannion. Kieran Kilkenny. Opportunity on its way. Well created and well finished.
Good patient football. Dean Rock did the right thing. Paul Mannion did the right thing. Kieran Kilkenny did the right thing, and James McCarthy popped it over the bar. Good football from the Dubs.
First score of the match for the Dublin captain this evening. And it's back to that tense 2-point advantage. Stephen O'Brien got his fingertips to it the first time. Surrounded. Brian Howard lays it off as John Small. Paul Mannion goes for the long ball. Oh, great catch. Superb. And gets the mark as well. Kieran Kilkenny. Castle Knockman really showing what he's capable of. He takes the point himself as well. The second of the evening.
He's under huge pressure there from Tadhg Morley, and Tadhg Morley's no slouch in the air, and Kieran Kilkenny did really well.
1 point between the teams. 4 minutes left approximately. 3 as we head towards the 67th. Short kick out. Shane Enright did well. It was at his boot laces. Free to Kerry. Ball is sent in. Good hands. And Paul Gainey follows. Good work by the outfield players. Here comes the ball in. Fine catch. Good mark. Despite the best efforts of Rory O'Carroll. Paul Gainey losing his boot in the process.
You can see how difficult it is, Marty. Not only are you taking the mark, but you're trying to get your hand in the air as well. And this is an example of how difficult it is.
Don't know if that's going to work. The hand in the air is difficult when you're being challenged.
It is, and you know, any defender worth his salt. And
Free, meanwhile, can be taken by a different player.
yeah, the referee is actually the player that nominates the player that's closest. And luckily for Kerry, it was Killian Spillane. He's very adept at kicking them too.
Correct. Quick kick out, good kick out by Evan Comerford. And there's a sea of blue and navy going forward, led by John Small. Down towards Hill 16. Aaron Byrne having a go, and that is going straight between the posts and over the bar. The Fianna man, voted under 21 player of the year 3 years ago in 2017. Part of the B panel last year, then headed to the United States. But he really is a player with rich potential.
He's not going to be overall by the occasion. I mean, he took real responsibility on his shoulders there and kicked a great score.
1 minute left. 1 point between the teams. The kick out from Ryan is rather poor. Here comes Kieran Kilkenny. Gets past the first Kerry man. Lays it off to Dean Rock. Thought about it. Brian Fenton scored 4 points in the first half. Lays it off quickly. Back outside to Aaron Byrne. Hops the ball once. Leaves it back. What will Scully do? Gives it towards the midfielder as Dublin try to retain the possession. Here is Kieran Kilkenny. Heading towards the 13. He's made an angle. He shoots. It's on its way. It's straight between the posts and over the bar. Dublin 117, Kerry 117, and listen to the roar around Croke Park. 42,502 really enjoying this match as Kieran Kilkenny equalises.
Initially great defence from Kerry, but great patience from the Dubs. Just waited for that right opportunity, and Kieran Kilkenny has had an absolutely brilliant last 10 minutes. Probably quiet by his standards after that, but he's been sensational in the last 10 minutes.
7 times they've been level in this Allianz League round 1. 6 minutes has been indicated by the official along the sideline, going to be added on. 6 minutes more of drama. Flick on. At one stage you felt that Kerry had control, but Dublin have responded, the All-Ireland champions. Here comes Brian Fenton. Has the time to direct traffic. Lays it over to Brian Howard. Two Raheny lads coming through the centre. Sean Bugler. In Oliver Plunkett's from Dublin shows their composure and their experience. James McCarthy gives it to Paul Mannion. Bugler again, dashing forward, makes the space into the D, laying it off. Right man, right place, but the pass was just a little bit astray for Kieran Kilkenny. Is this the lead for Dublin? It is. Sensational turnaround. That's why they are 5 in a row All-Ireland champions.
Yeah,
brilliant play.
Not only that, but they've really squeezed up in the last 2 kickouts from Shane Ryan, put serious pressure on them. Both of them, one was a poor kickout from Shane Ryan, the other one just real pressure from Brian Howard and Brian Fenton in the middle of the field, and managed to win them, and just have the presence of mind and the patience to work an opportunity and get that vital score.
Niall Scully, the point scorer. Now Kerry have the possession. Here comes Paul Murphy. 51st league meeting between these counties, and they've drawn 6 times. Sean O'Shea inside the Dublin 45. He steps back, indicating that that is wide. The body language said it all. There's still time for Kerry to equalise. Nobody going home. It's cold, frosty, but a beautiful evening. The kick out goes astray. Kerry have it once more. The momentum swings from the blues to the green and gold. David Clifford, advantage being given to Clifford. He was fouled as he was passing the ball, and it's a free in for Kerry, just outside the 20-metre line. Correct call by the referee.
Yeah, correct call. Poor kick out from Evan Comfort. Rory O'Carroll couldn't get to it and tried to make up for his mistake, and just wasn't happening.
There's dissent from Dublin. And Sean Herson, the referee from Tyrone, is quite entitled to move the ball forward. Dead straight in front of the post. David Clifford is the man that was fouled, but Paul Ganey is the man that's going to take it. Ganey takes the free and sends it over the bar for his first point in this match. 118 Dublin, 118 Kerry. 3 minutes still to go. Level for the 8th time.
Kerry people must be having nightmares about being in this situation against Dublin all over again.
Rory
It'd be a
O'Carroll.
massive thing if Kerry could get over the line tonight. Massive thing. As far as belief and everything's concerned. Just a win, a take match against the Dubs. Doesn't matter if it's league, whatever it is.
John Small overfires Niall Scully. Brian Howard. Dublin man down injured.
Yeah, and I think Sean O'Shea's in trouble.
Yes, I agree with you. He saw the advantage had been given to Dublin, which is good refereeing. There was an incident. Sean O'Shea was involved. There's a frontal charge there as well.
Yep.
That's 2 infringements clearly to be seen. Owen Merchant gives it back into the middle towards Rory O'Carroll. Niall Scully. Davy Byrne. 74 minutes. About a minute and 40 seconds left. Sides level. Can somebody produce a winner in Crook Park here? Paul Mannion. Clyde Morley with him. Back outside for us, John Small. Davy Byrne. Comes all the way across. Front of the Hogan. Owen Merchant. James McCarthy. Back into the middle. Towards Niall Scully. Dublin happy to retain possession momentarily and again be patient. Davy Byrne. David Clifford beside him. Aaron Byrne has been very impressive since being introduced. Paul Murphy chasing. Still Aaron Byrne. Ball inside. It's Kieran Kilkenny. Brought to ground. Free for Dublin. That's experience. That's patience. That's why they're All-Ireland champions.
Yeah. It looked as if they were just going to look for... It's a really soft free, Marty, has to be said. It's a really soft free. In fact, we go so far as to say it's not a free. But just the patience, Marty, and then the precision. They just wanted one more opportunity, one more chance, and they've been given that one more chance, and this is probably going to be the winner.
But all the Kerry defenders had to do was not lunge in. Yeah. Stay off their man, be patient.
Don't give the referee an opportunity.
Yeah, absolutely. The referee now wants a word with Sean O'Shea.
Black card.
And there's a black card. He's already had a yellow, so that's a red card for Sean O'Shea. There was an incident as the play continued. The referee, Sean Herson, put his hand up to say he advantage, but I'm sure he saw it. He obviously did, and he's based his decision on that. Black card, red card for Sean O'Shea.
Again, it was Kieran Kilkenny who was, foul in possession there. I have to say, the last 15 or 16 minutes, the influence that the man has had in the game is absolutely incredible. Again, especially he's been really quiet for the majority of the game, but it's just performances like that, and it's just the patience and precision that Dublin have just to get them over the line, just about.
Dean Rock takes the free and puts it over the bar. Dublin 119, Kerry 118. 77 minutes played. It's now at the discretion of the referee how much more time he will add on. Sean Bugler seems to be gone off again, and the player that's been introduced is Dan O'Brien. Referee allowing the play to continue. He wants the free to be taken from the right position. David Clifford. Away it goes. The Kerry man, Micheál Burns. Free for Kerry. And there is a reaction. John Small came charging in there on Micheál Burns.
The bigger picture stuff, Marty, is James McCarthy kicked the ball away, and if the referee's seen it and brings it in, it's very, very scoreable then all of a sudden.
Arguments continue. The referee, Sean Herson. What is his decision going to be? As Niall Scully kicked the ball away. Free will be outside the Dublin 45-metre line. Referee is giving a yellow card to Kieran Kilkenny, and he's moving the ball in well within the range, and it's outside the D and between the 20 and 45-metre line.
I think everybody's asking there, where did he get the extra time for,
We're now on 79 minutes. The official announcement was an extra 6. And after that, it is at the discretion of the referee.
Anybody who was here for the club final will think this is deja vu. That referee played up to 12 minutes. 11 and a half minutes, I think he played. Extra time.
Kerry captain. David Clifford. Responsibility rests with him. This to level the match. He kicks it high. Is it on its way? The umpires lift the white flag. The sides are level in Croke Park, and Dean Rock acknowledges David Clifford. Both of them, at times, really, their free taking and their football was superb. Now we've tempers being frayed, and this is nasty and unnecessary. And the referee would be very wise at this stage to blow it up. It's been played in a very sporting manner up to the last couple of minutes. And this is unsavoury and unacceptable. But we do have 80 minutes played. Perhaps tiredness and of course, the great competition between Dublin and Kerry, even in a league game, is now spilling over. But a draw looks like it's going to be the final result.
Yeah, and maybe on the balance of play, Marty, fair enough result. I just think,
After the row, we have a shake hands and say well done. 9 times they were level here in Croke Park. The full-time score after an enthralling contest, it's Dublin 119, Kerry 119.